hands, grounding down. And allowing for your mind to settle too. Maybe it's got a bunch of things going on inside there. So important that we arrive in our bodies and then do our best to settle the mind before we begin this beautiful practice. Glad that you all made it to your mats today. Gives us a chance to connect and tune to our higher power. One of the beautiful things of this practice, that, at least for me, is even if I come to my mat and I'm a little bit achy in my body, or I'm a little grumpy in my mind, or I feel disconnected from my spirit, when I walk away, I feel at least united back to my whole self. I might still have a little grump, might still have a little ache here or there, but that connection back to my inner spirit inevitably happens. And that's what's so beautiful about this practice, is it gets all three. And as much as you would like it to help in any of those three ways, just give it that permission. If you want your body to open up and expand and heal, invite that in. And if you want your mind to free up from all of its millions of thoughts, invite that too. For me, the biggest part of this practice is finding center and connecting to that inner fire of my soul. So I invite that too. Let your breath get a little bit deeper. So fuller inhale, your chest will rise, taking an extra 2 or 3 count. And then a big exhale, let it all the way out. Do that a few more times. This is cultivating prana, life force energy. It's helping to calm the mind. It's helping to relax the body. It's giving you all kinds of goodness. Deep breathing. Maybe this is the first time today that you've actually tuned into your breath, how it is, if it's shallow, if you're holding it, if you're getting that full breath through your nostrils, or exhaling a big cathartic exhale through the mouth, just loosen the jaw, letting go. I mean the breath. Yogi Bhajan said, the breath is God. Until you take that first breath, technically, you're not alive. And when you take your last breath, technically, you're not alive. So we're so grateful for that life force moving through us. It animates us, gives us our vitality. So just be with it for a few more moments as you settle in, honoring it. Deep gratitude for life. I have a few quotes I'd like to read us. I've been thinking about the importance of faith and trusting and believing in the goodness of this universe and of each other. And so I prepared a little list of quotes that I think are in alignment with that. Might not seem at first that they have to do with faith, but in a roundabout way they tie into it. And maybe you are familiar with the band The Doors. And if so, why did they name themselves as such? They took it from Aldous Huxley's book, The Doors of Perception, that he bridges how we see reality and how much of that is a deep faith in yourself. But where did Aldous Huxley get that idea, the doors of perception? And he took it from William Blake, the poet, and this is where he got it. This is William Blake's quote. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. So just chew on that one for a moment. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. This eternal life, this infinite, meaning no beginning, no end, the always. But we need that clear perspective. And sometimes we get locked into tunnel vision, what one might call narrow-minded. So then Aldous Huxley really loved that, and he ran with it. And he said, there are things known and there are things unknown. And in between are the doors of perception. And then he wrote his book about that. And I'll say that one again. There are things known and there are things unknown. And in between are the doors of perception. So our way that we see the world anchors us to the known and the unknown. And our perception enables us to do that, or hinders us, as it may be. Then I'm going to go a little bit different now. Maybe you've heard of the book, The Little Prince. It's a beautiful story about imagination and wonder of this universe, perception, if you will. And he says, it is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. So this faith, to be able to see the unknown, the intangible, is not seen with the eye, it's from the heart. And then I'll distill it down to a very simple statement that one of our teachers said to us not to us personally, but in a talk he gave that we were listening to. Robert Edward Grant, he's a polymath and philosopher in modern time. He said, we're all familiar with the concept of seeing is believing. But he said, it's really believing is seeing. And I love that so much. Believe it with all your heart, and you will be able to see what is invisible to the eye. So today, I'm offering a dedication to reinstilling your faith in yourself and life, humanity, in this process called life, the very breath you're taking right now. I mean, who is breathing you? I invite you to bring your hands to heart place and take a moment to set your intention. This is to help you on your path, to help you keep your mind in your heart, not distracted with all the minutia, but seeing the bigger picture. And once you've set your intention, imagine that you offer it to Spirit. Help me, guide me, show me. Let me see the unseen. Let me see it from my heart. Let me have faith. Let me widen the doors of my perception. Cleanse the lenses so that I may see the infinite. And then when you're ready, stretch long, lengthen out, bring the feet together, point and flex the toes. Big, long body. Feels good. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good hug. Good job making it to your mat today. Then a couple roly-polies on your spine. Massage it out. Feels good to do that too, I think. And sometimes it's hard. Get a good one up into seated. And we'll bring our palms together. And if you would, just look around the room to one another and give each other a little smiley face. A welcoming hello. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Tracy in the back. Nice. Nice to have all your smiles. We'll come back into our heart place. Nice tall spine. If you can imagine, that's going to be a key word today, because our imagination is a portal to spirit, as Einstein says. Use that to take you to what you can't see. That's such a gift that we have. He also is the one who said logic will get you from A to B, but imagination will get you everywhere. I love that. How many times have you done a little Peter Pan? You just imagine. So imagine, if you can, your ears stacking over your sit bones. Just to get that spine a little taller, a little more stacked. And then we'll go into song, sing to raise our vibration and connect us all in together through sound. The song that I want to sing today is the hoop song, the Lakota hoop song. So it's in English. And if you're familiar, sing along. It is call and response, so you'll catch it. You'll have a second round to be able to say it on. But it reminds us that we're all connected together through all the elements, through all the web of life. You are stardust. It goes like this. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna. Sister, I feel you in the full moon's glow. Sister, I feel you when the warm bloods flow. Sister, I feel you in the full moon's glow. Sister, I feel you when the warm bloods flow. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. 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 Brother, I feel you in the darkest woods. Brother, I feel you in the rights of manhood. Brother, I feel you in the darkest woods. Brother, I feel you in the rights of manhood. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. 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 Father, I see you in the sun, in the sky. Father, I hear you when the ravens cry. Father, I see you in the sun, in the sky. Father, I hear you when the ravens cry. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna, oh. Hey Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna. And an Om all together to open our practice. Imagine this Om coming from your heart and touching the sky. Take a breath in. And then bow your head in towards your heart. Remind yourself of your intention. Keep it on repeat. And then we'll slowly open our eyes. And we'll come around into tabletop position all over. From all fours, start to move into cat-cow. Letting the spine open up. And whatever troubles are perhaps in your path right now, what challenges or difficulties you may be experiencing, imagine in this moment they're temporarily suspended. so that you can focus on the light of your hearts without any obstacles in the way. Just see your brilliance and your bright light, and that infinite, eternal energy that dwells inside. And then from here, move into a little bit more of an organic movement, maybe some hip circles, child's pose, anything from tabletop that feels intuitive to you. Letting it loosen up and getting a little bit more freedom and playful and more like you. And then come into neutral position. So now we'll be back to traditional tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Take the right hand to the sky, look up to that floating right thumb, and then circle the wrists around a couple of times. Lean back with that right hand as much as you can to get that pectoral stretch, and then thread your needle. Right ear, right shoulder to the mat, left hand to the sky, circle around a couple of times each way with that one, and then hook it around to low back. Pull that left shoulder onto your back a little bit more. Take a breath in, big breath out, and again, inhale, and exhale. Then left hand goes back to the sky and on forward overhead to the floor in front of you, and root that left sit bone straight back. Feel that nice stretch through the whole left side rib cage, all the way up into the armpit, the lymph nodes, opening up, stretching out. Push that bum back towards the heels just a little more, deepen the stretch. One more breath in, breath out. Then slide that left hand under your shoulder. Press, feel the right hand all the way up to the sky, opening up. And exhale, set it back down. We'll move into cat-cow. The inhale will look up. The exhale tucks and curls in. And we come back to neutral. Left hand's going to the sky. A little rotation of the wrists again, both ways. Lean it back as best you can. Breath in. Then thread your needle. Left ear, left shoulder to the mat. Right hand goes to the sky. A couple rotations there. And then hook it around to low back. Maybe on over to that left side hip crease if you can reach. Pull that right shoulder onto your back a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Now right hand to the sky. And then on forward to the floor in front of you. Root that right sit bone straight back. Crawl those fingers out a little bit more. Breath in. And breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, Yogi. Slide that right hand under your shoulder. Press. Feel the left hand out and up all the way. Back to the floor. Cat-cow. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tucks and curls, and then we'll curl our toes under and take our bum to the sky, pressing into down dog, maybe your first down dog of the day. Pedal out your feet, dangle your head. I love down dog. Let the body open up, play with it. I pedal my feet like I'm riding a big cruiser bicycle. Shake out the head, let go of tension and stress in the neck and the shoulders. Drain your brain from all the crazy thoughts. Take a breath in. Big breath out. And then gently walk forward to the top of the mat, coming into forward fold. Head bends. Arms dangle out of the socket. Little bend in the knees. Let your spine lengthen. You have that bowling ball head pulling you. So gravity's your friend right now. It's stretching your spine. Deep breathing. Exhale. And one more breath in. And breath out. Now a little bit in the knees still. Wings come out to the side. We rise all the way up to the top. Touch the palms together overhead. Now we're going to get real tall. So interlace the fingers, turn the palms up and stretch. Lengthen a little wiggle side to side to get out of the pelvis. Your spine sinks right down through that center of it. So pull it up and out and get tall and lengthen and a big breath in. And then you slide your palms to your heart center. Your spine is like your antenna to spirit. And sometimes it gets slumpy and it's hanging out and it's curving in and it's got a whole bunch of junk on it because you got pissed off, so there's a little anger, and then you got mad again, there's some more anger, and then you got sad, and there's some stuff there. Then you got jealous, and then you kicked the dog, and then you got mad again at yourself this time, so now you feel guilty. And that all stores on the spine, in our nervous system. And then we're racked. So just clear it. Imagination. Clear the energy. One other way is through a Qigong move that I learned from my Qigong master, Mr. Michael Shankara, who happens to be in the house. Take your feet a little bit wider, so it's not quite horse stance, but a little bit. Your toes aren't totally turned out, but a little bit. Then your arms go up. This is called waterfall. We're just going to flush the whole system. You just, and then go back up again, and go, wash it all out. The limiting beliefs that keep our perception small. The little prejudices and biases that we've obtained. The little blinders we carry. So we can't see the 360 or the 30,000 foot view. And then come back up to neutral, step it back into Samastitihi, that's hands together, feet together. Eyes closed, feel how beautiful you are. Maybe a little bit brighter, just a little bit of flushing. Doesn't take much to wash the shizzle. Gotta wash the shizzle out. Take a breath. Release the hands. Wide sweep all the way up. Dive through center, forward fold. Half lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold back in. Plant your hands either to the floor or to your block. Step right foot all the way back. Big step. Hands are on either side of that left foot. You pulse in and out, straighten and back. Opening up that left hamstring, right hip flexor. Then we're going to come into the lunge. Plant that right hand flat to the ground. Feel the left hand open to the sky. Lean back in this. And then bring the left hand to your heart. Touch base there for a moment. And remember that quote, only from your heart can you touch the sky. Just close your eyes for a minute. Imagine that you're powerful, magical. And then take that left hand back to the sky. And imagine that you're touching the clouds. Lean back, take a breath in. Big breath out. Then you bring that left hand back down to the outer edge of the left foot. Steady low, strong rise, crescent lunge. Take your time coming up. Square off your hips and shoulders to the front. Right hip forward. Left hip draws back. Reach up tall. There's a strong press through the right heel. A little lift on that right inner thigh. Take a breath. Another twist. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring that right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee. If you need the right knee down for support, take it. Hands to the heart line. Then wingspan. Only from the heart can you touch the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Just cleansing our lens of perception. Reach back around to the front. Reach up tall of the sky. Hands to your heart. Weights in that left foot. You're going to reach out into outer space. Warrior 3, right foot floats. Arms go forward as you're ready. Pressing through that right heel. Toes turned down. Lift it a little higher. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Land it in warrior 2. So go all the way back. Turn the back foot to a 90-degree angle.
Wings come out from the heart. Breath in, soften your shoulders. Now we're going to get our eagle wings on so we can get that higher perspective. Flip the palms to the sky. Straighten that left leg, reach up, touch. And then scissor cut through as you lunge. Clear your perception of things. One of the things that has come out in my awareness, my perception, is how society, culture, government, parents, religion, friends, family really color your perception of things. Come back into warrior two. And how blindly I just took everything they said to be the truth. Flip the palm of that left hand, reverse warrior, reach back, right hand dangles. Take a breath in, a little more reach. And again, breath in, breath out. Pull back up to your warrior two, straighten that left leg, bring your hands to your heart, go internal. Clear the lenses. Just a little bit. What if you could erase all the things that you've been told that you have to believe, and you just started believing from your heart? If it resonates, it's a truth. If it doesn't resonate, you'll look into it a little further. Take a breath. Push back out, warrior two. Strong arms, soft shoulders, breath in. Side angle pose, forearm on the thigh, right arms pull into the front. You're pushing the back of the mat with that right edge foot. Nice long line. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale. Pull yourself back up. Warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Take a full inhale. Reach out as far forward as you can. And then take it down. Trikonasana. We just went to see Becoming Led Zeppelin. It's a documentary on how they started, and it kind of blew my mind. Big fan. I might start with that. Take a breath in and breath out. Bend that left knee. Inhale pulls you up. Warrior two. Look out to the left hand. Take a giant step up to standing. Robert Plant was saying in one of the interviews, 1969 was a big year for them. They kind of hit their stardom. Now, they're 19 years old, right? And they're like going bonkers with their second album, touring the United States. 19 years old. I have a 20-year-old son and a 22-year-old son, and I cannot imagine that. And they were all sitting around in London just going, oh my God, is this happening to us? And they looked up to the moon, and it was the night or day, I don't know, that we landed on the moon in 1969. And they're like, oh my God, can you imagine that? As they're writing their ticket for the rest of their life, they believed. They believed so they could see it. It all is magic, and you're no different or separate from it. Take a breath. Release the hands. By the way, 1969. 69 is the number that looks like the astrological sign for Cancer. Think of that. And the moon is home in Cancer. I think that's a total divine hit. Dive through center, forward, fold. Just kind of had that little brain blast when I was listening to it. Have a half lift chair, flatten the back. And then fold back in. Head hang, shake it out. A little bit in the knees. And we'll plant our hands and step your left foot all the way back. Hands on either side of right foot. Couple pulses in and out, straighten and bend, warm it up. And then we'll come into the lunge, and the left hand goes flat to the sky. Right hand reaches up, a little twist here. Lean back. And then again, just touch your heart and close your eyes for a moment. Imagine something in your world that you'd like to bring to fruition, believe it, and then touch the sky, reach back up, lean back even more, breath in and breath out. Then right hand comes down to the ground, steady low, strong rise, crescent lunge. And you take your time to come up, square off your hips, right hips back, left hip pulls forward, arms are strong, take a breath, hands to your heart place. It's your second twist. We're rinsing and wringing out all the things we don't need stuck inside. Left elbow to the outside of right knee. If you need that left knee, take it. And then wingspan wide if you want to deepen it. Press back through the heel if you're off the knee. Slowly, you come back around to the front. Reach up tall to the sky. Take your time. Hands come back to the heart. Weights in the right foot. You're going to launch off into outer space. Go touch the moon. Imagine it. Imagine that. Left foot's back. Arms are out in front. Breath in. Breath out. One more. And then you land it back to your warrior two. So a 90-degree angle on that left foot. Right foot's pointing forward. Wings are out. Breath in. Sink in. Good job, yogis. We're going to take that eagle perspective again. So flip the palms to the sky. Straighten right leg. Reach up, touch. And then flap your wings. Raise above the fray. Get a little higher. See that big picture. Sky's the limit. And the sky is infinite. And then you come back to your warrior two and pause. Flip the palm of the right hand, reverse warrior. Reach back. Take a breath. Little more reach on the exhale. Again, breath in and breath out. Pull back up to your warrior two. Straighten right leg. Bring your hands to your heart. See how beautiful you are. Glorious light. You're divine. You're magic. You're breathing. I mean, I feel like somehow we should be able to all see birth. Everyone should be in the saddle and see a baby be born. Because then you would say, you're magical. Push back out, warrior two. Breath in, side angle pose. But another little more accessible way to say that is go watch the sunrise. Reach through the fingers, push the back of the mat, take a breath in and a breath out. And again, inhale and exhale. We pull back up to our warrior two, straighten out that front leg, take a breath, reach out as far as you can, and then take it on down to triangle. Left hands to the sky, right hands to the shin. Only from the heart can you touch the sky. That's Rumi. Breathe in, breathe out, and again, inhale and exhale. Bend that right knee. Inhale pulls you up. Warrior two, you're going to look out to that right hand and take a step up to the top of the mat. Samastitihi. Go right to your heart. Tune inward. So anywhere where you're feeling a little lack of faith, you just don't believe, whether it's in yourself or in society. They got to the moon. You can flip a switch and you have electricity. You have an electric toothbrush, probably. You know what I'm saying? Things that were not possible. No way, no how can there be a way to talk to somebody across the world without a wire. Now we got internet, now we got cell phones. So just keep seeing beyond the limited perspective. Cleanse the doors of perception. Take a breath. Release your hands. Light sweep to the sky, all the way up. Slide the hands to your heart center and pause. You're going to shift the weight into the left foot. I'm going to step off my mat. I get a little better balance on the hardwood. Put a bend in the right knee. Reach back with the right hand and grab onto your ankle. Dancer's pose, set up. So you glue the knees together and then the left hand goes to the sky. You're there. You can stay here and work on balance or begin to kick the foot into the hand and that bows the heart. And then if you'd like, tip forward. One spot to focus on. Believe that you can do this. Kick a little higher. Take a breath in. Big breath out. One more. Inhale. Then you come out the way you went in and you set it all down and you shake it all up. Get it all out. Make some noise. And then we come back into neutral. Just start with tree or mountain pose. Sorry. Palms out, eyes closed, tall spine. Get those ears back over the shoulders again. That's a hard one. And then when you hear your little self saying, impossible, then you go to that old adage of, I'm possible. I'm possible. Then we go into the other side now. So rooting down through the right foot. I start with my hands on my hips to just get balance. Then bend that left knee and reach back with the left hand and grab onto the ankle. Super glue the knees together. Right hand goes to the sky. You're there. Just work on balance. If you want, kick the foot into the hand. Bow the heart. And if you want, tip forward. Tracking that left knee straight back. Gaze is on one spot. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Then you come out the way you went into it. Set it all down. Shake it all off. Good job, yogis. Good. And then find mountain again. Palms turn out. Eyes are closed. You're nice and tall like a mountain would be. Grounded and solid. Invincible. Take a breath. Soften your shoulders. Exhale. Then a wide sweep to the sky all the way up. And a dive through center all the way through. Forward fold. Half lift. Flatten your back. Fold back in. Plant your hands. Right foot's going all the way back. Lunge. Take that right knee to the ground. If you need some padding, double back your mat or put a blanket there. Interlace your hands on top of left knee, pulse in and out. And then go into a nice deep one after about 3 or 4 pulses and hold it. Really lunge in. Right hand to low belly, left hand to the sky, gaze up. 2 hands up if you can, interlace pointers to the sky. And then draw back so your heart starts to open up a little more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Hands come down to the floor. Pull that left leg a little straighter. Bow towards the shin. Take a breath. Exhale. Again, breath in. And breath out. Come back into your lunge. Lunge deeply forward. So I pick up that right knee and set it back an extra inch for this deeper lunge. Then put a bend into that right knee. And if you can, left hand is going back to that foot. If that's too intense of a reach, just reach towards it, but don't actually hook on. Then lean back, look up to the sky. Heart's wide open. Breath in. Breath out. Release the foot. Bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot so that you're in runner's lunge. Pop off the knee. And if you can, go to forearms. If not, stay up on your hands. If you need the knee down, you can take it. Head hangs. Breath in. Strong press to that back heel. Breath out. And again, inhale. And exhale. Now, if you went to forearms, press back up to hands. Take that right knee down and heel toe the left foot over to the right side for pigeon. You get in the saddle. You open your heart to the sky. Take a breath in. And then come on down, sleeping pigeon. Try to soften to the mat best you can. Pour the contents of this left hip all the way out. All the shizzle. So that same teacher that we like, his name is Robert Edward Grant. He's on Gaia TV quite a bit. He does the Codex series. If you're kind of a little bit of a spiritual science nerd. They're two sides of the same coin, but he does a great job of speaking to both. He says, we cannot separate our own conditioning biases from our perception of reality. And then he goes on to say, I don't believe the world is a difficult place because people don't like each other. I believe the world can be a very difficult place because people don't like themselves. And part of that is this conditioning bias that shapes our reality. So we need to start dismantling and breaking down and dissolving the things that don't resonate with our system, with our heart of hearts that knows the eternal, infinite truth. Take a breath in, melt that left hip just a little bit more. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Now slide your hands under your shoulders, press up, open your heart all the way to the sky, and then take it back down, dog, pedal out. Good job. Pigeon's a good one. Now your right leg's going to go up high to the sky, reach it up, step it all the way up to the top of the mat, and the left foot's going to come down to the mat, give it some push if it needs. Interlace your hands on top of right knee, and pull, send it out. Then we go in for a nice deep lunge. Left hand to the belly to kind of stabilize, right hand to the sky, gaze up. Two hands up if you can, interlace pointers to the sky and draw back, hearts open, breathe in. Breathe out, one more, inhale. Then bring your hands down to the floor, pull that right leg straight, toes point up, head hangs towards our shin or knee. Keep your hips as square as you can, breath in. Breath out, big hamstring opener here. Inhale. And exhale. Now you go back to that lunge. You really lunge in and you pick up that left knee and drop it back another inch. That helps. Put a bend in the left knee, weights in that left hand. Right hand comes up and around that foot. Grab on if you can. If not, just reach towards it. Lean back. Look up. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. Release the foot. Bring the hand to the inside of that right foot. Maybe heel toe a little wider. Pop off the left knee if you can. And then come down to forearms if you can. If not, just stay up on the hands. Head dangles. And if you need the left knee down, you can take it. Breath in. Breath out. Big hip opener. Runner's lunge is tough. Hang in there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Then you bring that left knee down. You press back up to your hands if you want forearms. And then bring that right foot over to the left side. You can pick it up and haul it in or heel toe it over. Always the option to lay on your back in figure four. Right ankle over left knee. Open the heart. Come on down. Sleeping pigeon. Then we empty out all the stuff that comes in. These are the arguments and the embarrassments and the shames and the guilts and the jealousies and the anxiety and the fear and the insecurity, and it swirls around in our hips. It's like whatever the heart didn't want to deal with, it shoved to the hips. So then we have to be soft and gentle and loving. By the way, the moon, all the planets have a part of the body that it's home base. The moon is home in your hips. Makes sense, huh? Changes its mood every 3 days. Seems like that's the way our emotional water bowl is here too. The moon is how we talk to ourselves. It's often referred to as your inner child, but lesser known, but also referred to as your inner parent. So if some things didn't work out in the way your parents did it, go back in and be your own inner parent. Speak to yourself the way you would have liked to have heard it. Use your imagination. Softening. Take another breath in. Big breath out. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, yogi. Slide your hands under your shoulders. You're pressing up to open your heart to the sky. This time, have a sit on your right bum. Bring your legs around to the front. Extend them all the way up. A little bit of booty out from underneath so that you can get the sit bones to anchor. Toes point up. Reach up tall to the sky. Take a big breath in. Then you'll fold forward, reaching towards the toes. Maybe you get ankles or calves. You don't have to get toes. We want to stretch our hamstrings out and they connect to the back of the knees. So as much as you can kind of flatten out your leg, the more stretch you're going to get. But if you're going toes and you got a buckle, then grab calves and the buckle will release. Take a breath in. Fold a little deeper. And again, inhale. And exhale, softening. Last one, breath in. And breath out. And the arms go back up to the sky, reaching up nice and tall. Bring your hands by your side. Scoot you forward if you need to so that you can roll back a little bit in the knees, feet plant, and then slowly release yourself to the floor. Nice and slow coming down. And then once you're all the way down, soles of the feet come together, knees plop out to the side. Rest your hands at low belly. Let your eyeballs sink deep into their sockets. Close the eyes. Let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Loosening the jaw. Settling into this really sweet pose of repose. Open, vulnerable. But it's in that vulnerability that we start to dissolve some of the parameters that we've put up, or the blinders. When horses are running, they put those blinders on them so that they don't see all the things that could distract them. And they just go for that one thing. Stay in that lane. If you've ever seen wild horses run in their wild abandonment, it's incredible. Take the blinders off. Don't stay in your lane. Just go. Be your wild animal self that you are. And have faith that this is all unfolding as it should. Stay in integrity, be your truth, love as much as you can. Try not to harbor resentment, get caught up in the minutia of things. Life is good, even when it has a whole bunch of heavy stuff in it. Reach down on either side of your thighs, help the knees together, hug them into your chest, cross up the ankles, pretty good squeezy here. Keep the right knee hugged in, put the left leg long to the ground. Extra good squeezy to that right side. Massage the top of that right thigh around onto that side belly to help flush the liver, the gallbladder, the ascending colon, the right kidney. And then we'll shoot our hips over to the right, drop our knee to the left, cactus or T that right arm, and look out to the right. Supine twist. I'm going to try to pin the upper body down. Doesn't matter how far the knee drops over, just upper body stays intact, and then the twist happens in that low thoracic lumbar part of the spine. Take a breath in, breath out. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Then slowly unravel. Point the right leg up high to the sky. Point your big toe and draw a line all the way down. Rest that right foot next to the left, and then hug the left knee in. Give it the extra good squeezy, and then kind of press it up against the left side body. Descending colon, pancreas, spleen, stomach, left kidney. Thank you, body. And then shoot your hips to the left. Drop your knee to the right. Cactus or T that left arm. Keep that upper body anchored down as you look left. Deep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Breath in. Breath out. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, yogis. Come on out of your twist. Left leg points up. Big toe draws a line all the way down. That helps pull the femur bones out of the socket, which puts you in the parasympathetic a little more. Rest and digest. Set yourself up for Shavasana unless there's another pose that you would like to take before we come into final rest, in which case feel free to complete your practice. Otherwise, settle on in. Shavasana is so that your heart can touch the sky. So power down that incredibly intelligent brain of yours. Put it in sleep mode. Let your beautiful body, skeleton, muscles, flesh, fascia, let it all just rest in stillness. Be your light. It's time to come back to our bodies. Take your time, little wiggles in the fingers and toes. Eventually you can make your way to that nice long stretch with the arms overhead, lengthen all the way out. Might you flex the toes. And then give yourself a good hug, knees come in, squeeze. Thank yourself for making it to your mat. Carving out time to unify yourself. Roll to the side in fetal position. Just pause for a moment. And as you're ready, you can push back up into seated, coming around to the front, eyes closed, just a little longer. Palms together at a heart place. Remind yourself of your intention you're working with, maybe along the lines of trust, faith, believe. Believing is seeing. And then we'll close our time together with the sound of Om, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Inhale to sing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each of you beautiful souls. I bow to you all. Namaste. He's biased. Have an awesome Wednesday evening. Do good in the world. Have faith, believe, and come to Whidbey Island with us in May. We're going to a really beautiful hotel, staying on the water. Every room has a view. We're gonna tell stories, read the Upanishads. Every room that I mentioned has this 2-person tub that looks at the ocean. Did I mention that? Okay, it has that. Gonna take a whale watching excursion with some very friendly people who are nice to the whales. It's all good. Thanks, you guys. My pleasure. I love it so much. If you want to share,